Welcome to the 2017 Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP. After a grueling week, our competitors are setting themselves up for one more event, and it could be the most punishing of all. It's going to be truck pull time, and you can see behind me our competitors making those last-minute adjustments here in the staging lanes ahead of the drag strip to get their rigs ready to hook to that pro-level pulling sled and really give it the business. It is going to be hardcore pulling, and this could be the deciding factor on who walks away with the honors at the 2017 Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP. We've drag raced at Bandimere, we've trailer tow obstacle coursed at Bandimere, and now we're hooking them to the sled also at Bandimere Speedway. While the equipment grooms the pulling course, let's check in with KJ Jones at this morning's fuel stop.
Hey, this is KJ. We're at day 5, final day of Diesel Power Challenge 2017, presented by XDP. We're the CAT certified scales here in Denver, and what we're going to do is roll all of our trucks across the scales. They're full of fuel. We fueled up before this. They're full of fuel. Go across scales to get weight, take that measurement, and it's not a matter of calculating it for any type of points value, but we just want the data. And speaking of data, Brian, why don't you tell everybody how they did on the fuel economy test?
Thanks, KJ. On day 2 of the Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP, we conducted our fuel economy test on the dyno rollers at ATS Diesel Performance. The way it works is pretty simple. Each truck is backed onto the rollers. We then fill that truck up with a certified pump that we have in the dyno cell, and then we send the truck on a simulated 20-plus minute drive. There are hills and braking zones and acceleration zones in there. At the end of the drive, we then fill the truck up again, calculate how much fuel was used, and that determines the scores on our fuel economy challenge. It puts our drivers on display, and it puts their ability to modulate that throttle pedal and their own truck's efficiency on full show. So one of the things that sets the Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP apart from other contests involving diesel trucks is this fuel economy element. It doesn't seem like the most exciting thing in the world, but what it does is it clearly showcases the fact that these trucks can make incredible power, well over 1,000 at the wheels. They can make incredible torque, over 2,000 at the wheels for some of these vehicles. But they can also go down the road with amazing efficiency and get through there and be commuter vehicles and be driven and work every day. Many of the trucks in this competition are just that, daily drivers and work trucks. Unfortunately, not all of them finished the contest unscathed. McCoy Black unfortunately had problems, did not make the fuel economy challenge. Sean Duran had a good fuel economy challenge, but then had troubles on the drag strip. And Tim Yan, now this is a big one. He had trouble on the drag strip and is actually coming into the sled pulling part of the event with a tow hook on the front of the truck. When we look at the fuel consumption and drivability test, Charlie Keeter was the winner, 0.21 gallons consumed. Sean Duran was number 2, just behind him, 0.23 gallons consumed. Mike Buncombe, number 3 at 0.24 gallons. So Tim John and his crew are in an all-out thrash right now to get this truck fixed before we start the sled pulling competition. They are clearly working on the transmission, and they have very little time to get this thing sorted out before he's going to have to hook it to a sled. The guy is in great shape right now. He's a contender to win this whole thing, but if he does not hook to the sled, his hopes will be dashed. So Rich Strube will be our first puller here. He's got the Duramax Power GMC dually, one of 2 dualies in the field. Now, what may have hurt him in some other competitions, meaning the massive weight of this truck, may actually be working in his favor here at the sled pull. You see him, he's going to spool things up. He's going to very gingerly take it out of the hole. Does not want to build up too much wheel speed early. And now he's really going to get after it. So here we go. Rich Strube, 9,000 plus pounds of GMC, and it is digging along pretty good. Looks like he's down there locking, maybe unlocking the torque converter, trying to keep some momentum going. A very solid opening pull for Rich Strube. Let's find out if he's satisfied with what he was able to do there. A distance of 273 feet.
Very, very happy. I think we had the perfect wheel speed. We had the perfect spot in the track. I'm very, very pleased with that. Almost zero wheel hop. You know, we spooled up nice. Everything was perfect.
So here comes Kevin Jacob, the 2005 Dodge Ram, as he's getting the thing tensioned up a little bit. And you can see it kind of bucking and working against him a little bit there in the starting line. He finally starts to roll his foot into the pedal. Now he's making some wheel speed. That's the look he wants to see. The big thing here is going to be managing the revs and the wheel speed, and uh-oh, trouble again. Looks like he tried to shift the thing. The revs came down, got underneath the turbos, and that was it for Jacob. A distance of 154 feet, and he is certainly not happy with what he sees here.
Started off good. She got underneath the chargers and pretty much just lost all power and didn't quite do what we wanted it to do. So she didn't quite end up how I wanted it, but It is what it is.
And so it is time for Tim Yawn to hook up to the sled. We can see him giving the thing the throttle. Man, it starts to chuck dirt and rocks and all kinds of stuff all over the place. It is making some big steam in the middle part of the track. Paul, look at him hanging on to the steering wheel in there. A full pull for Tim Yawn. We got to figure out what the distance is. And unbelievable, woo, it did not come without a price. Look at this, he's trying to find a gear to get this thing to move, and they may have finished off whatever was left of that transmission.
Looks like it appears to be a full pull for Tim Yawn. We're going 300 feet with the sled, and he's well past 300 feet. So a full pull right now. We're going to get a verification on what the exact distance was. But we're gonna check something real quick. We'll be back.
I knew we had a hurt transmission going into it, so we'll check it out.
How do you feel about your pull?
Felt good.
Tim Yawn with a fantastic pull. That was 309.00 feet, dragging the sled almost 80 mile an hour, 70 some odd mile an hour, and everything is great. That was just an awesome pull, and we'll get ready for more.
So here he comes again, the man with the shades, Levi Kretsch, gets ready to hook his Ram truck up and put it to maximum effort here. As he begins to spool the turbos up, he has ditched the glasses at this point. He is serious now. Coming off the starting line, it's going to be interesting to see how he manages the revs going down the racetrack, as these Cummins, especially this one, likes to rev it. Uh-oh, Kretsch is shifting the truck going down through. It looks like sounds like he may hit neutral there. Yanks the thing back into gear, but he's lost so much momentum. Oh, he comes to kind of a crunching stop out there. Don't see anything coming out of the bottom of the truck, but that is certainly not the hook that he wanted.
Oh, that was a wild run, wasn't it? We brought the Chargers up to about 15 PSI. Second gear, slowly let out of it, got into it, and boy, I tell you what, it wrapped right out to 5,000 right there. Looked down, tried to bring it up into drive. We had overdrive off, hit third, went a little too far, hit neutral, and boom, neutral. Brought it back down into gear, and it was too late. So, but all that matters, we got a healthy truck. We're still going. So.
Awesome.
Yes,
Didn't break a thing.
Didn't break a thing, man. The entire competition. That's all that matters to me. So,
hey,
yes, sir.
congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
6-liter Charlie Keeter, Diesel Power Challenge 2016 champion, trying to repeat right now. He's been doing very well in the competition. Was a little concerned about this. Well, he's a lot concerned about the sled pull because there's some tough trucks here. And he says he's going to give it all it's got, put a lot of nitrous to it, and try to drag it 300 feet.
Well, you heard KJ say it himself. He's going to put a lot of nitrous to it, and he's going to try to drag the sled 300 feet. Charlie Keeter has never been one to go easy on this truck, and boy, it has certainly proven its weight in gold. He is in good shape again this year as he comes off the starting line, very gently, building some wheel speed, and here comes the spray, and here comes the fuel. Keeter laces the thing. Man, he is beat on this truck. The dashboard's about to fall out of it, and Keeter still hanging with it. Looks like the truck's about to split into two. Finally grinds to a halt way past the end of the course. He is freaking out in there.
6-liter Charlie Keeter never says die. Clearly a run that was in a lot of trouble. Never had the turbos up where they needed to be, but there's nitrous on board, so Charlie just tagged a lot of nitrous through that 6-liter and literally willed it past the 300-foot mark. We're going to wait for a distance, but the guy, he knows what he has to do and when he has to do it, and you just saw it happen. That was amazing. I don't know what that was either, Bonds. That's doing what you needed to do when you needed to do it, man. Listen, tell me, how's everything going on in there? Is it all right? Not gonna jump out, is it?
I thought the truck was gonna break in half, man.
Let's take a ride with Charlie Keeter on this run. You can see him very easy out of the hole, gets ready to shift the truck. Once he shifts the truck, he reaches down for his nitrous button, and here's where the real fun begins. Hits the button, and watch how violent this thing starts to get as the truck starts digging in. He's bouncing all over the place. Here comes the dashboard trying to fly out of the thing. He lifts, and here's the rebel yell we've come to know for Keeter. And Charlie Keeter, with a bunch of noise and stuff going on in the background, KJ Jones listens to his radio and delivers the news. 350 feet of official distance. He is way in the lead. So up next is Mike Buncombe, and he has got a tough act to follow after Charlie Keeter just put on a show out there. Buncombe in the single turbocharger truck is at a disadvantage out here. That is no shot at his rig, but as he's set up right now, this is not really a truck that's designed to go sled pulling at altitude. He's doing a pretty good job of it. Got the thing out of the hole, the revs came up, and it looks like he shifted the truck, and once he shifted it, the motor lugged down, he lost the spool in the turbos, and that was all she wrote for Mike Buncombe as the truck grinds to a halt at 242 feet.
Came out at a little second gear, came out perfect, lit up nice, hit 4 grand, locked the torque converter in, went back up to 4 grand, hit the third gear, lost complete boost. Tried to unlock the torque converter to keep it going. Wasn't happening. Figured, you know, we're done. You know, happens. Single charger truck, high altitude. Nothing you really can do about it.
Right. You didn't break anything, right?
Truck's still together. Gonna be able to drive it home if we really wanted to. So that's a plus.
So the final truck that could challenge Charlie Keeter on the pulling course belongs to Patrick Whitcomb. The big 2008 Ford F-350 dives in off the starting line, digs in off the starting line, and off he goes. Mid-track momentum may be hampered by that less aggressive tire he runs, and the truck rolls to a stop at the top end once the sled digs in. You can see the red flag being waved, a distance of 280 feet for Pat Whitcomb.
It's hard getting traction for me. I was trying to pedal it out a little bit. I was hoping for a little bit better run, but did what we could.
Charlie Keeter went 350 feet to win the sled pulling contest. Tim John went 309 feet to come in second while lunching a transmission, and Patrick Whitcomb came in third, 280 feet of distance out of his 2008 F-350 dually. That was the last contest we have, and it's time to go to the awards.
All right, Diesel Power Challenge 2017 presented by XTP is a wrap. Give yourselves a big round of applause because from the start of DPC on Sunday to right now, you guys and you ladies put on one hell of a show. We're going to hand out some hardware, as they say. The third place finisher is Tim John.
Tim Jan's driving ability may have earned him a third-place finish, but his truck earned him the Driver's Choice Awards. All the competitors voted, and his rig was the one they all wanted to hop in and drive back home.
Second place finisher, Patrick Whitcomb.
It's certainly not easy to compete with the dually at the Diesel Power Challenge. We've seen many guys come in over the years and struggle, but not Patrick Whitcomb. The ace driver with a great truck came in second.
Last year, Charlie Keeter approached me during our meet and greet, and he asked about these big banners, and he said, well, how do I get to take one of those home? What do I have to do to take one home? And I said, you got to win. He once again takes one home because he is your Diesel Power Challenge 2017 champion.
Charlie Keeter is one of the most intense competitors in Diesel Power Challenge history, and now one of the winningest. He is only the second man in the 11-year history of this event to win it twice in a row. And there you have it. The numbers tell the whole story. Charlie Keeter, the 2017 Diesel Power Challenge champ, 542 points, and Patrick Whitcomb chased him right to the end with 463.6. It was an incredible competition and a great crop of trucks to represent the diesel world in 2017.
Yeah, we came back with a, basically a proven setup from last year, and it worked out really good throughout the entire week. Kept the truck together. Performed pretty good across the board the entire week. The fuel economy went well for us. We were able to get first place in the fuel economy. Second event was the dyno. We knew we weren't going to win the dyno, but we came in fourth. Still pretty decent numbers. Put us in good position going into day 3. 8th mile trailer tow had Patrick really killed that. We knew we wouldn't be able to compete with that, so we were shooting for second place in that event. The drag racing was next. That's what we do with the truck most of the time. We were able to win that event, and then the trailer obstacle course that afternoon, that's a walk in the park, really. At the sled pool today, it was pretty much a wing and a prayer, basically. It was a lot of nitrous, and luckily it went down through there like it was supposed to. Feels pretty good, pretty good. Obviously it's the second time somebody's done it, but to be able to do it with the caliber of truck we have, it's pretty awesome. Shout out to Diesel Power Magazine for putting this on. It's a great event, great people, the crew, everybody's, it's good time, good people. That's what it's all about.